What's up everybody, my name is Mo and today we're going to be wrapping up July. Something you also may have noticed, I got new glasses. Do you like them? I like them a lot more than my old ones, so. Now, I haven't done a wrap up in a hot minute. Like, I think the last one was my May wrap up in April TBR. My stack of books that I'm going to be sharing with you today are actually right here. So we're going to get into those, and we're going to start with all the comics that I have read. The first comic I have to show to you is Giant Days Volume 1. This is by John Allison. This comic was amazing. I loved it. 5 out of 5 stars in Goodreads. And don't worry, I didn't give everything in this wrap up 5 out of 5 stars this time. The comic is just hilarious. Here's a little preview of the pages on the inside. Oh my gosh. It is illustrated by Lisa Trayman and it's gorgeous. Everything about it was just amazing. It was charming, it was quirky. Really loved it, highly recommend it, definitely. The next comic I have to show to you is also very yellow. This is Batgirl Volume 2, Family Business. This is by Cameron Stewart, Brendan Fletcher, Babs Tarr, the best people ever, because this is great. I did also give this 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, I'm sorry. Batgirl is amazing. If you haven't gotten into this comic run yet, you need to right now because it is fantastic. Sorry to gush, but gushing is due for this. The next comic I have to show you is one I'm very conflicted about and haven't even rated yet on Goodreads, and that is Batman, Harley, and Ivy. This is the deluxe edition, and it's by Paul Dini, Bruce Timm, and Shane Glines. If you know me at all, you know I love Poison Ivy and I love Harley Quinn, and so I was really excited to get this. I've seen screenshots of some of these comics on Tumblr, and just shenanigans between Harley and Ivy are amazing, and I love them so much. My main and kind of only gripe is one that just exists and I'm just going to have to deal with it. These comics just have a lot of fan service in them, and you know, that's very obnoxious. I love my girls Harley and Ivy so much, and it's so hard to read about them or even see one of them in a movie without them being barely clothed. It just sucks. I love Harley and Ivy so much. I love their stories. I love their origin stories. I'm not saying Marvel is better than DC because of this, but I mean, when I read Marvel comics, I don't notice it as much. So that's kind of my big dilemma with this, because Harley and Ivy are perfect and I love them. I just don't know how I feel about this comic collection. And not to get away from comics and move on to novels I've read recently, the first one we have is The Dream Thieves by Maggie Stiefvater. This is the second book in the Raven Cycle series, and I really enjoyed it. I believe I gave this 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, though I was considering 3 out of 5 stars. Maybe I would go 3.5, but I gave it the benefit of the doubt because I do really like this series. As far as this book goes, I don't know if I liked it as much as the first one. Like I said, I'm feeling 3.5 stars on it right now. I don't know. I was very intrigued to see where the story was going and to continue the series after the first book, but after this book, I'm just not feeling it. I don't know how soon I'll be picking it up, I guess is what I'm saying. The next book I have to talk to you about is one I feel much more confident about, and that is The Trials of Apollo by Rick Riordan. As I'm sure you're very aware, I love Rick Riordan and I love the Percy Jackson series, and so to have more makes me very happy. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, and I'm not going to talk too much about it because, as you can see right here, I have a whole review video on it. It's not spoiler free, but click here to check it out if you want to see more about my thoughts on this if you've read the book. Moving right along to my next book I have to talk about, and that is Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. I hit myself in the face with it. This book was so amazing. I don't know why I waited so long to read it. First of all, look at this cover. This cover is absolutely gorgeous. It's so perfect. This book was great. I loved it. Reading it was so much fun. I read this one on the beach, actually. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads because the premise of the romance was very similar to ones I've read before. I've recently read Anna and the French Kiss, and you know, in that, like, Anna's in love with a boy who has a girlfriend. In this one, it's kind of similar, but otherwise I completely loved it. If I could give it 4.5, I'd probably give it 4.5 on Goodreads. I just realized I haven't been telling you what any of these books are about, and I am officially the worst booktuber ever. This is about a girl whose best friend disappears on her, and she has no idea where she is. The only clue she has to go off of is a list, a bucket list of sorts that she has to do, and then find Sloane and tell her all about it. And so there is a romance in it, but a lot of it is about friendship and summer, and I really liked it, and it's such a great summer read. This is actually featured in my top 5 beach books video. Again, it's gonna slide over here, and you can click right here if you want to go and watch that video, which was super fun to make, by the way. Highly recommend this book. It's a great book about summer and friendship, and yes, there's romance in it, but the romance is very cute, and I really liked it. The final book I have to show to you is another sequel, and that is Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads because it was very enjoyable. This is another one I read on the beach. It was very cute, and the reason I didn't give it that 5 out of 5 stars for really good was because I kind of like Anna from Anna and the French Kiss a little bit more, and seeing her in this as a little cameo was great and wonderful, but it just made me miss Anna because maybe I just don't relate personally to Lola as much and we have less in common. I don't really know. It's not that me and Anna had a lot in common anyway. And you know, the couple in this one, Lola is 17 and her boyfriend's like 22, and to me I was like, wow, that's the dumbest thing ever. I was just not into that part of the story, which, you know, is a good thing that the story addresses it and how harmful and potentially abusive a relationship like that can be when there's that age difference at that age level, especially for Lola. So it's great that it was talking about those things. It just kind of annoyed me because I was like, Lola, you're really stupid. You shouldn't be dating someone that much older than you. But Lola learned, so it's all good. Sorry if the lighting has been all over the place in this video. I'm basically just working with the exposure on my camera and natural lighting. And apparently there are a lot of clouds today that keep stealing the sun. So those were all the books I've read these past like 2 months. The ones I read in July were Since You Be Gone, Lola and the Boy Next Door, Batgirl Volume 2, and Batman, Harley, and Ivy, which makes like 4, I think. So that's actually pretty good, and I'm right on schedule with my reading challenge, which is amazing. For TV shows, I haven't really watched any in July. In June, I watched some episodes of Miraculous Ladybug, and I intend on continuing the series. I have no idea how many episodes I'm in. I'm gonna go with 7. That sounds like a number of episodes I would be on. Miraculous Ladybug's really cute. Sure you've heard of it. It's like an animated French cartoon that has been dubbed into English. I believe it airs on Nickelodeon, and I think you can watch it on their website. But let's move on to movies that I've seen recently. One movie I watched is actually an animated movie I saw on Netflix, and it's called Son of Batman. You may or may not heard of it, but it is basically about Damian Wayne, who is Batman's son with Talia al Ghul. Basically, the movie's about Damian Wayne learning to be a Robin. I meant a Robin. And it was actually pretty dang good. Another Batman movie I watched recently was Batman vs. Superman. It was awful. I really don't want to talk about it much. I have nothing nice to say about it. The cinematography was really bad, the music choice was really bad, the lighting was really bad in a lot of the shots. I respect Jesse Eisenberg as an actor. I thought he tried way too hard with Lex Luthor's character, and I thought it was over the top, and it didn't seem real to me, and it was just bad. I guess the only good thing I liked about the movie was Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot is doing a great job. The Wonder Woman trailer looks amazing. The Justice League trailer looks like complete and utter garbage. I just don't know what to say. I know a lot of people like DC. I don't know why. Marvel movies are just so much better. I gave DC a chance. I watched Batman vs. Superman. I was very disappointed. It was not good at all. They tried to fit way too many things into one movie, and it was so bad. I knew it was bad, and it was worse than I thought it was going to be, which is saying something. I thought the movie would at least look nice, but no. The shots were very bad, and the lighting was terrible. Oh boy. If you liked it, that's great. I'm glad you somehow found something to enjoy in that movie, but I don't think there will ever be a time where I can be convinced that that movie had anything good besides Wonder Woman in it. And now for my TBR for August, I actually do have 3 books that I plan to read this month. The first book I plan to tackle is All Fall Down by Allie Carter. My best friend read this book and she said it was amazing, and of course, you know, it's Allie Carter. I need to read this. The main character is Grace, I believe, and she's like the daughter of an ambassador or something. I don't really know. It's a bunch of powerful people in politics and some crazy mystery murder things happen or something like that. So it sounds super good, and I cannot wait to tackle this book. The next book I want to read is the one I got in my Owl Crate this month, and that is My Lady Jane. This is by Cynthia Hand, Brodi, Ashton, and Jodi Meadows. And this is like a retelling of Lady Jean Grey's story from history, and so it's historical fiction, and I'm so excited because I love historical fiction. It's one of those awesome books that has pages that look really like old-timey. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it looks super awesome. The cover is super cool. And finally, the last book is one I'm very excited about, and that is The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. This cover, I really only bought it because the cover is gorgeous, but also because I just read Since You've Been Gone, also by Morgan Matson, which was really good, and so I wanted to read another one of her books. This is the new one that came out, and it's got dogs all over the cover, and then when you open this dust jacket, wait, okay, you are not ready for this dust jacket. I was not expecting it to look like this on the inside. I'd never seen anyone talk about it. I mean, come on. This type of dog, actually the big white one, is a Great Pyrenees, and I have a dog like that. Her name is Kira. Here's a cute little picture of her if I can find one. And that's all for this wrap up. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. I'll try and do wrap ups more often, I promise, so you can stay up to date on what I've been reading. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all the stuff the YouTubers say. I'll see you next time with another video. Bye! On camera, but I can assure you it is parallel to my door frame. I'm standing right in front of my bed to film this video because it's right over there next to my bookshelf, and I'm freezing. And I have... The next book I really want to read is the one... My elbow just cracked. Am I wearing PJ pants right now because I only bothered to put on a nice shirt for the video? Yes, I am. Just warning you guys, August is going to be a very busy month for me, so we're going to see how I do with this whole uploading normally on time thing.